But daddy is a state of mind, you know what I'm saying? I'm your daddy.
Let's go.
Get up on y'all. You gonna learn today.
Daddy, chill.
Call me Daddy.
And here we go. And I thought my jokes were bad. Oh man. We're back. What a great performance. Heath Ledger in Dark Knight. One of, if not the greatest, quote unquote, superhero comic book adaptation to a film of all time. Literally drove the guy insane in his performance. I was just watching that movie in the office while I was sorting some cards. So good. I think I saw that movie in the theaters. I had to have seen that movie about 4 times in the theaters. I can recite every Heath Ledger line. What a great performance. Another just Christopher Nolan epic film. That guy just does not miss. How does he do it? Every film he makes just is towering. He's spot on everything he makes. And he always has sort of the same actors. He's got like these favorites he uses all the time. But the Dark Knight trilogy was phenomenal. Interstellar, cannot forget about Interstellar. Inception, just great movies. How does he do it? How does he do it? Some of these other directors, they make a great movie. The next movie is a complete fucking flop. But he's locked into these movies. He has a certain tone he brings. And they're always, a lot of these are just like mind benders, like Interstellar and Inception. And I can't remember the other one. It's like the 2 police officers and they was like going back in time or reverse time. I honestly didn't even get the concept. The movie was fucking sick. Love movies. I fucking love movies. I love TV. I'm obsessed with reciting lines. As you guys know, I am a impressionist. I love doing impressions of characters, people. It's just always been my forte. I've been so good at it ever since I was a kid. I can watch somebody for a few minutes or watch videos on somebody and their mannerisms or the way they talk or the certain sounds they might make when they speak. And I'm very good at emulating that. I don't know where that comes from. But I remember as a kid, I would always do the Steve Irwin. Every family gathering, I would do Steve Irwin impressions. And my grandma had this Outback style hat and this really gay vest. Let me just tell you, looking back now, pretty gay vest. And I would throw this vest on. I'd put this hat on. And all the family members at my grandma's house, she lived in this, by the way, this house was my favorite house of all time. Up in the mountains in Tehachapi, if you guys know where the hell that is, in California. in Tehachapi in the mountains, this log cabin that my granddad built. My granddad is like the handyman of handymans. And even in his old age today, the guy is still out building shit, breaking shit, and putting shit back together and fixing neighbors' stuff. Anyways, back to the story. But this log cabin had this big open family area. They had this old school like fireplace. I can't even describe it. It wasn't even a fire. It was like a furnace as a fireplace. And it had this big tube that just ran all the way up to the ceiling. And it was black. And it had this weird metal handle, and you put the firewood. It was like a furnace. Because it got cold up there. It snowed. And I'd put the hat on, I'd put the vest on, and everyone would be sitting out there in the living room. And I'd come out full Steve Irwin, complete act with no props, nothing to go on, no script. And I'd have my whole family fucking howling. I'd be pretending that I was in a hole digging out a snake from a hole. I'd be pretending that I'm wrangling a alligator. I had a whole bit. And this was when I was a kid. And then it just translated to where I could just do impressions of people. And I think that's what makes me so good at what I do. It's because I'm very good at adapting to my surroundings, my environment, the people, being able to relate to different people, not just their personality, but maybe their religious background, maybe their political background, maybe their social background. I can come across someone who completely hates me. Completely hates me. We could sit down for an hour, have a couple drinks, and by the end of the night, guy loves me. Whatever it is, my charm, my sense of humor, my personality, whatever it is, I could turn him. And that's what's so great about life. We don't have to. We all have some sort of commonality. We can all relate to everybody on some basis. Most of my friends, you guys know my political view, most of my friends are hardcore Democrats. Fucking libs. And we love each other. Because that's all bullshit, that's all noise. I just had one of my closest, dearest friends. He texted me out of the blue a few days ago. He's like, hey, I'm landing in Vegas in 30 minutes. Where's your office? And I haven't seen him in 10 years, maybe longer. Just because life in general, after high school, after college, you get your friends, everyone kind of goes their own ways. You start having kids, start having your own families, you're trying to grow a business, or you have this big corporate job. Time gets away from you. He moved to Hawaii and then San Francisco, and now he's in Sacramento area. He's actually living in Elk Grove now, where I used to grow up, or where I was from originally. Anyways, He comes to the office out of nowhere. We go get lunch. Completely two sides of the spectrum when it comes politically. But it was like we never missed a beat. It was like we were back in high school all over again. We're shooting the shit. We're talking about friends. We're talking about fucking some of our friends that kind of went off the rails. Oh. But that's what it's all about. Finding some common ground with people and relating to them on some sort of basis, and put the noise to the side. Fuck the noise. Fuck the noise. I just noticed that I use my hands quite a bit when I'm telling a story. Man, fucking fucking gesture over here. Today is Friday. In 2 days, we have Super Bowl 60? Is it Super Bowl 60? Patriots Seahawks on Sunday. Now, everyone's asking me, who do you got? Who do you got? Who do you got? I think this game's going to go one of two ways. One of two ways. I think the Seahawks are either going to blow the Patriots out of the water. Because on paper, they're a much better team. They had a tougher schedule. They have a better defense, in my opinion, even though the Patriots defense is pretty good. They're pretty fucking good. They're sneaky good. Seahawks are either going to blow them out or the Patriots win by a field goal. I think a lot of people are overlooking the Patriots. The whole cop-out, their schedule. They had a weak schedule. Motherfucker, it's fucking football. These are professional athletes. They went 14-3. Started the season 1-2, losing to the Raiders and the Steelers at home. They were 1-2. And then proceeded to go 13-1 over their next 14 games and only lost to the Bills. And if you look at their games that they won, yeah, they might have played some weak teams. But they whooped that ass on those weak teams. They did what they had to do. Then it comes to the playoff excuses. Like in Texas, it's bad weather. And, they didn't have to play Bo Nix. Sometimes luck is needed. And they've been fortunate. And they are coached by elite coaches. Vrabel, biggest mistake Titans made was let Vrabel go. I've said it for a year. Big mistake. He is a player's coach. They love him. They want to win for him. I am not a very big bettor when it comes to the sides and the game. I love the props. Give me props all day. And give me the wonky props. I'm going to be looking for Marcus Jones to have 2 pass deflections. And I know what you're thinking. Why? Why would you bet on that? One, I don't even know if they offer it. Two, it would be some good odds. Three, Marcus Jones is a ball hawk. And they tend to pick on him a little bit because the other side of the ball is real strong. When Marcus Jones is in the game, they kind of pick on him. But he's a ball hawk. He said I think he said 2, maybe 3 pick sixes, including regular season and playoffs. And a pick, it counts for a pass deflection. Just let me tell you, okay? If you're in IDP leagues, you would know this shit. I would be taking like a linebacker tackle totals. Love those. Love the tackle totals. Give me some anytime sacks. Love those plays. Everybody that I've seen on the biggest prop I've seen is over 2.5 pass attempts by players. Over 2.5 players pass attempts. I feel like that's too obvious. Give me Drake May over rushing yards. Seahawks are going to be able to get to the quarterback a little bit. I think he's going to have to scramble. I think he's going to have to use his legs. Give me that. When you listen to this on Monday and all of these do not hit, don't DM me and say you stink. Please don't do that. I already know I stink at these. These are just fun. This is just fun. A little sneaky one here. Sneaky. Why don't you throw a little bit on Cooper Kupp? Cooper Kupp, take catches and yards. He heated up. He was heating up against the Rams. I know that was a little revenge game. Heating up against the Rams. Anytime touchdown, Kyle Williams. Why not? He's a one-play guy. Anytime touchdown, Kyle Williams. The last one I really like, I think the odds on this one are about 230, 240 range. Give me an anytime defense or special teams touchdown. Rashid Shaheed, is that how you say it? Rashid Shaheed? Fucking lightning bolt. Lightning in a bottle. That guy's going to return a kick. A punt's going to get returned. We're going to see a pick six. It's going to happen. Defensive touchdowns happening in this game. Especially with Darnold. If he's not on, he makes some poo-poo throws sometimes. But when him and JSN are connecting, ooh, God damn, it's scary. God damn, it's scary. JSN is a motherfucker. JSN is elite. They knew he was elite too because they let DK go. They knew what they had. I'm really torn on who to root for in the game. Because on the one side, I love Vrabel, love what Drake May has done. Second year in the league, taking the team to the Super Bowl, he's really working with the hodgepodge of receivers. I mean, Diggs is clearly not Minnesota Diggs or even close to what he did in Buffalo. He's not even there. He's about 50% of Minnesota's Stephon Diggs. But he's throwing it like Kayshon Boutte, Kyle Williams. Ugh. But on the other side, I'm a Niner fan. It's really hard for me to root for the Seahawks. But kind of want to see Darnold do it. What's this guy been on? 5 teams? 4 teams? 5? What a big middle finger to the Vikings. You take the Vikings to the playoffs. He has a bad game in the playoffs last year. They ship him off. They bring in, they draft JJ. And then you take the Seahawks to the Super Bowl. And I have a little special thing in my heart for Sam Darnold because he played for the Niners. I'd like to see Sam win. I just want to see a good game. I don't want a game where at halftime everyone's sort of checked out. I think it's going to be close, though. I hope it's close. Remember, you're dealing with somebody who is, you're listening to somebody who is not very sharp. I'm not very sharp. I might be funny. I might be cool. I'm not very sharp. But I could see this game playing out to a 24, 23, 27, 21, in that range. Right in the Vegas zone. Be right in that zone. I think it's going to be tough to see what the Patriots do if they get down. That's the biggest thing with the Seahawks. You can't go down 10 points of them. You're fucking toast. Because that defense will start swarming you. It happened to the Niners. Once the Niners went down 7, I said, this game is over. This game is over. You can't go down. I'm excited for this year. I'm really excited to see how the next 9 to 10 months play out. If you guys haven't noticed, this will be my one hobby talk of this podcast. So listen up, listen in. Panini just released their future plans for unlicensed basketball. You know how I feel about unlicensed stuff. I will say this. The designs that they have come up with, the concepts, and the teaser they gave us, they don't look unlicensed at all. I believe there was one card they showcased that looked a little wonky. But other than that, the design team really focused on hiding the logos, hiding the teams, the jerseys, using certain things to cut the cards a certain way. They showcase some RPAs that you can't tell the difference. So it's going to be interesting, the layout of the hobby. Who's going to jump in? I think a lot of people are going to jump into this. Because I'll say it again, and I'll say it until it's changed and we get the fix on the case hit side of things for Topps. I'll say it. Because nobody else will fucking say it. Because they're scared. Because they're fucking scared. I'll tell you why they're scared. Because they're yes men. They're yes men. They bow down. Oh, everything you make is the greatest. Oh, it's the greatest product. This product's the greatest of all time. Every product that comes out can't be the greatest. I'm sick and tired of seeing these videos. This is the greatest product of the year. 2 weeks later, this is the greatest product of the year. Stop being the yes men and, maybe a little criticism. Maybe some things will change. But Panini controls the case hit market. It's the fucking truth. It's the facts. They control it. The case hits that Topps comes out with don't even come near the Panini case hits. Look at the fucking mangas. Look at the sales on the Prism mangas. Absolutely insane. 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Thousands upon thousands of dollars. Topps, we haven't got that yet. They're trying. I applaud the effort. But Panini controls Kabooms, Color Blasts, mangas, Downtowns, all of them. All of them. And I'm probably missing some of them. They have a stronghold on what the fucking minds of the hobby, the brains of the consumers. They are sitting there and they just scan for these case hits. So it's really interesting to see when this unlicensed stuff comes out, are people going to jump in? Because they're going to still produce the Kabooms, the Color Blast, the manga. They're going to produce all those stuff still. It's going to be unlicensed. But how does the hobby react? Is there a course correction to the case hit market? Will that essentially be what helps the Topps case hits? Will the Topps case hits get a bump because they're licensed? And then the Panini unlicensed case hits kind of come down a little bit. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. We had 2 cases of Prism. The mangas are impossible to hit. You're seeing people rip 8, 12, 15 cases and pull in 1. We ordered 2 cases. We hit 2 mangas. We had a Cam Ward manga, last sale was $12K. We had a Jackson Dart manga, last sale was $15,000. You're talking about one card paying for, if not more, than the entire case. Not only that, the one case we had the same fucking box. We had the Dart manga and we had the Scat Color Blast in the same box. You're talking about $18,000 in cards with those 2 cards. The guy who hit it was a new customer. He's like, dude, I'm flying out to Vegas. I said, I don't even want to ship those cards. I will have anxiety until they are hand delivered to your fucking house. I don't even like shipping those cards. So I'm really interested to see how this all plays out. Because it might give a lot of the consumers with the Panini unlicensed stuff, it's going to give you a much better entry level to chase these cards. The boxes are going to be cheaper. Maybe a lot cheaper. Anyways, I'm just glad I made it here today. I popped the Zen in. I grabbed the coffee on the way in, and I almost went full Chan Ho Park in my pants. I almost went full diarrhea in my pants before I got here, by the way. I was scrambling to find somewhere to stop. Oh, shit. Well, we'll see how Sunday plays out with the Super Bowl. If you guys, we want to help you guys as much as possible. I try to go out of my way to help everybody who supports us. And when I say that, I'm sending cards to grading for you guys. And now we're going to be starting sending cards to consignment for you. There's no fee on our end. There's a company called Black Gold that I already send cards for another customer. We send cards to DC Sports. So in the future, if you guys want us to start doing that, let me know. We'll drop ship directly to your consignment, get them on eBay as fast as possible so you can maximize the return and the timing, because it's all about timing in this fucking hobby. One day it's 3,000, the next it's 2. First to market means everything. I already do it for fucking Willingfoot and Fast Faster and the Minted Goat. These guys hit me up. Hey, send this to here, send this here. Done. We'll do it. I think it's important to give our customers an outlet to where they're completely hands off. They rip. We send a consign. They get sold. They get cashed out. They don't have to worry about a thing. And their closet at home isn't stocked up with a bunch of shit cards. That's all I got for today, fellas. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you next week. Every week. Mondays, releases on all the platforms. Fucking tune in or tune out. Later.